says hello. Joe, good afternoon. How are you today, pal? What do you have? Joseph?
Mad Dog, happy Easter to you. I love your show.
You too. Good job, Joe. What's on your mind today? Let me hear.
Listen, I'm not trying to say that I am an expert on this new law in Georgia, but when the law has a provision in it that, number one, limits the hours so that people can't work a full day and they close voting booths at 5 o'clock.
I think they changed that, by the way. They made an amendment to the rule. They changed it. But go ahead. Continue. I think that's incorrect. I think that is incorrect. But continue.
Okay. Well, and then I heard a second part of it was that you can't bring water or anything.
I think that in a lot of voting places that they supplied water. Of course, you can bring water. They can't tell you not to bring water. But I think I think a lot of folks wanted to be fed and have water while they wait online, and I think that no longer is allowed.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is. And why should it be? Well, I go vote and I get fed, and that's ridiculous. I shouldn't get fed when I go vote.
I'm not, Chris. I'm not suggesting that a person should have a meal, but if they're waiting online for 3 hours in the heat and somebody needs a bottle of water.
Well, how about hold on now? Let me. Well, they can bring their own water. Number one. Number two. How about when I go wait in line in my town at 5 o'clock in the morning? I wait for 45 minutes, and it's 20 degrees out. Do they give me a blanket? No, they do not.
Listen, I'll share this with you.
Am I right or wrong?
Last year, and I understand, and I did the same thing. I had to get up early and vote before my working hours. There was a veteran that was a black gentleman that had one leg that was waiting online in the cold. And then there was a white person that came that was elderly, and they allowed that white person to go to the front of the line, and they didn't allow that black person to do that.
Well, that I don't know. I mean, there was no.
That was bold.
Well, if you felt, well, let me ask you a question. If you were that upset by it, did you go find out why that was the case?
I did go up to an individual that was at the voting booth, and I said, "Excuse me, I think that gentleman should go to the front of the line."
Now, what did he say? Ignored.
I
can't. That sounds crazy. I can't answer that. I agree.
That wasn't right.
I can't. Right. Well, there had to be a reason. I mean, that makes so much sense. That's so bad. There has to be a reason.
Makes me very upset. I teach my kids all the time to respect our veterans, white, black, and Latino. It doesn't matter. People 100%. That put their life on the line for our country.
But Joe, let me ask you a question. Well, let me ask you a question. You go vote and you expect to be fed and have water? Who the hell does this?
No. I'm not telling you.
I think they eliminated that. I mean, when I wait in line, nobody comes out and feeds me. Nobody gives me any water, and I wait hours to go vote half the time.
Well, I mean, you know.
And I'll bring my own water. I'll bring my own water. I can bring a bottle of water. I can bring a Poland Spring water. I got to have them give me water. I'll get my own water.
That's a good point. I guess I was not aware that the law changed in reference to the hours. I heard initially they were closing.
I think they made an amendment because they had a lot of complaints about that, where they extended the hours. I believe that is accurate. I
hope that's the truth, because if it's not, then it's just.
But Joe, I want to get to that one thing. Who the hell? People are only going to go wait online to do their constitutional duty if they are fed and they get drinks?
No. Again, I
never heard of such a thing.
I'm not in agreement, and
I've never heard of such a thing.
This is what I'm picturing is an elderly person that's waiting online needs a bottle of water, and then there's some law saying you can't give that person a bottle of water.
Why wouldn't that why wouldn't that person bring his own water? I don't understand.
You and I both know there's a lot of people that aren't prepared, and so what? And so that I don't think
prepared. Prepared. How could you not be prepared? You're gonna wait on people voting. You're gonna wait online. You're gonna drive to the voting booth, and you don't have a bottle of water there. A little 6-ounce water just to make sure if you gotta wait. Who doesn't do that?
You and I both know not everybody is prepared, and I don't disagree with that. There certainly shouldn't have provision to say that a meal should be served, but giving a person a bottle of water while they're waiting online, and I'm not disagreeing with you. People should be prepared, but you and I both know most people aren't. Most people aren't.
Well, hold on now. Here's the other thing I'm going to say. Whether I'm prepared or not, when I go wait on my voting thing and I got to wait, I don't get water.
Yeah, I'm not.
And I live in Connecticut. I don't live in downtown Atlanta. Nobody comes out to me and says, Mr. Russo, would you like a bottle of water when you wait 20 minutes to vote? Nobody says that to me.
I know. I grew up in Long Island. Our backgrounds aren't that dissimilar, and I'm not that far from you in age. So I understand we have a lot of similarities, and I do appreciate your balance in terms of looking at doing the right thing and involving sports and these people that have their noses in the air all the time. That's not right. So I appreciate your perspective, and I also think that there's 2 books in reference to how you enjoy history. One is I would recommend that you read the book. That's Colonel Dick Winters, who was the gentleman that led Band of Brothers. He wrote a memoir and during his time and how he led, and every person that runs a company should read that book. Unbelievable. And the other book, the other book,
what's the other one?
The other book is from Hershey, Pennsylvania. He recently passed away. And the other book I would recommend is the gentleman that crossed the color barrier, making the New York City police force. He was the first black person to be admitted into the police force. His last name is Battle. It's another very good book in terms of what he had to persevere. But I'll hang up. But I simply want to say excellent show.
All right, Joe, well done. Keep it up. Those 2 books we'll keep an eye on. 22 after the hour, we take a timeout. We continue. We're on Mad Dog Nation.